All right, and welcome once again, AllTakesValid, episode 67. As always, I go by Trill Trayy, joined once again with SP21.
Pain.
So, yes, pain, very much pain. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna have a playoff recap thus far, where we are. Only one series is over with as of right now. It is May 29th, 2021, 7:38 p.m. Eastern Time as we are currently recording. We do have one game left for today to take place and one that is currently taking place. That is Philly and Washington are currently taking place in game three of their series. Philly currently leads 30-20 uh, towards the end of the first. Um, we'll get into that. We'll get into also the fan behavior has been interesting with a couple of these games. People are coming back from COVID and kind of wilding out. I see, huh? So, actually, We'll actually start there. We're gonna get into
Okay.
the fan behavior. So, Spence, why don't you go ahead and start us off with a couple of these interesting instances that we've seen.
I mean, let's be honest. The fan behavior thing, they're like, oh man, this being an issue started now. Let's back it up. Remember the Pacers Detroit game? The
Mm-hmm.
the Ron Artest, the one that made Ron Artest famous for it.
Yeah.
I feel like some fans can able to. There's certain things, trash talk the team, player of the other team. You're trying to root for your team. It's fine. Some people's like, yeah, people's like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to rep for your home team. I get it. But there's a certain time and place and things to say that's over the board sometimes. Talk about the kid, talk about a player's parents and everything. If the parents are there, just tell them like racist things. Like, yo, chill out with that. Spitting on people. Come on, guys. We just got out of COVID and you want to do that. That's a big red flag. Like, people got to really realize, like, I get it. There's some people that will root for a team just because of healthy competition. But there's sometimes people are just taking it way too far. Like, the
They
reports
they
of
think
that.
they think because they paid for a ticket that gives them free range to just do whatever the hell they want, and that's not how it
That's
works.
that's not how it works. It's not how it works. Like, yeah, like people, I get it. Like I said, I get it for the fan base, everything, but you gotta understand the person that you're, saying stuff to. Maybe, yeah, it's healthy competition, but don't get twisted. He's just a guy that's just doing his job. His job is to help his team win wherever he is. So I just feel like, yeah, like you said, just because people bought like season ticket holders, like, oh, I can able to do what I want. No, man, no. These people have normalized like we do. They just play on a bigger platform than us. That's it.
Yeah, so getting, I guess, into some particulars, I guess, in regards to that, you had the whole thing, Westbrook leaving the game the other night, and a fan
Do popcorn at
threw
the guy.
popcorn at him. Now you could say it's not a big deal, but it's just like you
The
don't
guy was
you
the guy
don't
was
do it.
injured.
It's not even about. Well, yeah, he was injured too. That's the reason he was leaving. But I'm just saying. Now, did the popcorn harm Westbrook necessarily?
No,
No, he was fine. But it's just it goes back to, like I said, just because you paid for a ticket, it doesn't give you the right to do that. And like Westbrook said afterwards, if that were to happen in any other setting, it wouldn't have went like that. And I
aka
think
it's
and
been
I
going
think
to reverse.
fans, fans kind of lose sight of that. Like, they obviously they restrained Westbrook and they didn't let him, do anything. But yeah, I honestly don't think that same person, which they didn't show the person obviously, but I don't see it where that person would have walked up to Westbrook and had the balls to actually throw popcorn at
Listen, people need to understand. Westbrook's from Compton.
him.
He's from Compton, big C's. Like he made his money with Jordan and everything. The only reason that fan did not get his cave in because he got too much to live, too much to work for. Trust me, if it wasn't that, homeboy would have got dealt with. I'm just being honest.
Then we had the other night, a fan, a Knicks fan, spat on Trae Young. Now that one, now the popcorn thing, that's one thing. You could say, okay, it's just popcorn, but like you said, with what we know, with the whole coming off of a pandemic or still being in a pandemic, and just in general, if somebody
There's
were to
common
spit on
decency.
me, like, yeah, it's
That's
like,
common decency. Common decency. That's just disgusting.
yeah, like that's different. That's some fighting.
Like people,
That's fighting energy.
like people are not using their minds. Just think of it. What if that was that guy's kid that somebody spat on? They would have killed that guy.
Right.
And and um and my hat's off to Trae Young because they did an interview about it. He's like, to be honest, bro, I didn't know. He's like, I didn't know I got spit on until I look at the replay. It's disgusting. I get it. Once again, he said, I get it. People want to cheer for their team and everything, but there's healthier reasons to do it. And he's right. There's different ways you can do it without causing any harm or anything. And
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna heckle somebody to a certain extent, or especially that's the whole thing about the playoffs, right? In home court advantage, you're gonna go into these hostile environments where when you're trying to shoot a free throw or something like that, that crowd is you're gonna hear. Now,
yeah,
maybe not to the magnitude as before because we're not at like full capacity yet, but
right,
still, you can hear the difference where somebody is home in a way. Like you
right,
can hear a distinct difference. So
yeah,
that's your way to voice use your voice. You can say whatever you want to say to a certain extent, right? Like say
right.
whatever to the players, be as loud as you want to be. But when it comes to throwing stuff, spitting on players, all that's not gonna fly. Now I know from what I heard, they indefinitely
Oh
banned
yeah,
the players. So
oh yeah, and
it's
the
not a
whole
lifetime ban though, but it's a indefinite, whatever that means. My whole thing is there's no real way to how do you really ban somebody because I don't know if you've been to sport events, but I've been to sport events over the years, and maybe it's different now with COVID, but I know in the past you're not getting ID before you walk into an arena. You just have tickets. So yeah, maybe he might lose his season tickets that he purchased, but if he gives a friend some money to purchase him a ticket, there's there's no real way how you're gonna say that you're banning this guy
I
unless
don't
you
know.
just somehow happen to see him again and then kick him out. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's a real way to ban somebody.
Right, right, and the whole Jazz thing with John Moran, how like fans were just like saying comments to his parents and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, that's
And
crazy.
I was like, that's crazy. And the funny thing is, John Moran went on Twitter. He's like, my mom. I talked to my mom and dad. He's like, the fans were just nice. They were just like, hey, we get it, but we're gonna say your son sucks, but really he's good. But they get it for fan base, and they're like, man, the other fans, they were nice to them. They bought each other drinks, and it was just that we won't let three people ruin the whole fan base of fans. And that's the one thing. Like, there are going to be bad apples in fans, of course. There's going to be bad apples, but those can't judge a whole fan base unless you're
Unless you're Philadelphia Eagle fans, because
unless
they
you're Pistons. Unless you're Pistons. Y'all just hate everybody.
well, The Pistons don't really have anything else to be good at except being bad fans. So I mean, there's that.
Hey, look,
I
I get it.
mean, worst record in the East. Uh, it's tough.
I'm on draft picks.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck to the Pistons in the lottery. Hey, shout out to Brandon and Chris. uh, God bless. Godspeed.
Brandon Chris.
Our fellow listeners, Brandon actually, he came on the show.
Oh yeah, okay, okay,
And
okay. Oh,
unfortunately he's a Pistons fan. So
oh
I
wow.
want to
Oh
give them that. Yeah, they still exist
oh
apparently.
oh wow.
Yeah, outside of Detroit, and they're Pistons fans. Yes,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, sickening.
Okay.
Very. Yeah,
Much love, y'all. Much love, y'all.
yeah, that's tough.
So,
But yeah, as far as fan behavior, I mean, it's been wild. I guess you also got to factor in. I mean, people been locked up for what? Locked in the house for like a year, so
I
I
get it. I
get
get it.
it. You get to be out.
But
They
but
probably
no,
got some drinks in them, but there's no excuse
no,
for
no.
some of that. Some of that
There's
stuff.
like I said, there's a
You don't
time.
touch nobody. You don't spit on nobody. You don't throw nothing at nobody. Because in these instances, it kind of went good, right? You just got kicked out the game, whatever. You can't come to the games, right? But you could have had, like you said, you could have had the Pacers incident where
Listen.
a player goes in the crowd, and that goes a different way for you. It doesn't
Listen,
go, it doesn't end the way you think it's going to end all the time. So be fortunate for you that you only got kicked out,
because
not
if it
your
was
ass kicked.
because remember, because if it's either AJR, Udonis Haslam, or some people I know that they won't
But
stand for that.
see, the thing is too, it's kind of, I kind of think they kind of pick the people.
Right. They know who to try and not try.
If it's a certain player who doesn't seem to be
All the
all
way there,
there in the
no,
head,
they're not going to try it. If
I,
Matt Barnes was out there, they weren't going to try it.
yeah, I don't know if we have too many of those type of players still in the league. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, respect is respect. So I could see anybody,
Right,
naturally reacting like
right,
that, right?
right.
But I'm just saying, like,
Like your
we don't
natural, like
have we don't have like the
Rasheed Wallace,
prototypical, yeah, the loose cannon type players
loose
that
cannons. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah,
we kind of used to have. UD might be the last of a
yeah.
dying breed, honestly.
I would probably. Uh, I gotta see. I'm gonna definitely give it UD right now.
But yeah, hey, look, you guys want to go to games? You want to boo? You want to say LeBron sucks? You want to say KD sucks? You want to whoever, whatever. That's
Do
opposite your
that.
team.
That's healthy.
You're supposed to do
Man,
that. That's what you should. That should be your mission, to go there and try to rile them up, get them off their game, so that helps your team. We're for that. I support trash talk 110%. Talk your trash, because that's the only way, realistically, that y'all can affect the game. Because you can't play, you don't coach, you don't do anything else. So
they're season
that
pass.
is your chance. Verbally though, spitting, throwing stuff, trying to touch players, all that, that's a no. That, because like I said, it could always go a whole nother way, and then you're gonna want to cry and try to, you know, lawsuits and this and that. No, that's the energy you asked for, and you got it back tenfold. So just keep that in mind. Go to game and stay in a fan's place.
Listen,
That's just how I look at it. But hey,
listen. We've been teaching it since we're kids, and we're gonna keep doing it. Keep your hands to yourself. That's it.
yeah, and I don't know if you were taught this, but also while you were being taught that, you're taught, if someone puts their hands on you, though, at that point you hit
Oh,
them back.
oh yeah,
So
you hit back. So
you're very fortunate that these people
none of
weren't
these.
able to necessarily, reciprocate that energy to you. But It's
I'm
only a
telling
few.
you.
It's only a few times you probably get away. Don't think you can keep going to games and getting away with stuff like that. It ain't going to end well for you in most
Oh,
situations.
yeah, it's going perfectly.
But with that being said, we could go ahead and get into um these playoffs.
Hey,
It's been some good series. Um, Surprisingly, last night, a couple of games that were looking like teams were about to go up 3-0, they did not. So
yeah,
there's life. There's some life. So we're going to get into that next.